welcome back to my channel. As 2023 is coming to an end and things are slowing down a little, I took some time to reflect back on the past year and plan for the upcoming year. So I thought it would be nice to share some of the goals I plan to accomplish in the next year. Well, I don't really like the word goal, but we'll get to it later in this video, as well as some of the things I've learned in this past year. I'll also be sharing some of the strategies I plan to use to achieve those goals. So I like to separate them into three parts: career, health, and hobbies/lifestyle. Starting with career development, my primary focus this year is to code better. Because I always thought I wanted to be an actuary until like my second last study term, so I didn't really do a lot of coding or programming courses in university. Starting this very technical job as a data scientist this year, I realized that there are a lot more I need to learn in terms of what is considered a good code.
I also want to continue working on my graduate degree and my actuarial professional designation.
To coordinate all of this to align with my career goals, I'll be taking courses on software development process and databases for my graduate degree and taking actuarial exam on predictive analytics to strengthen my knowledge in statistical models and inferences. So coordinating this way allows me to achieve three goals at the same time and progress more efficiently. Now, let's move on to some of the things I learned about my health in this past year. So I've been having a hormonal issue for the longest time ever, and I've been to many different kind of specialists. After talking to many professionals in the medical field, I learned that medicine or treatment can only do so much in improving our health. Our diet and lifestyle are the biggest contributor. So in this new year, I want to nourish myself with more whole foods, high protein meals with healthy fat. This is also part of my goal to shift my perspective from achieving a certain body image to doing things to improve my overall health. Now let's talk about the next strategy that I found that is really useful towards diet, but also applicable in general. It is to have a plan that is sustainable and balanced. What I mean by this is that your plan should not only include little steps that will allow you to move towards your goal, but also have some sort of reward. So ideally, this reward should contribute to another goal, or at the very least, it should not bring you back to the starting line. So in this past year, because I was restricting my diet, I felt like I lost the ability to gauge when I'm full, and almost every single food looked really good to me. As a result, when I went traveling, I almost always end up overeating and gain a lot of weight. So right now, I will cook myself or have some meal prep food on the weekdays and enjoy eating out with friends on the weekends. Miraculously, I actually find myself having lesser cravings overall. Now let's move on to exercising and working out. In the past, I've always seen working out as something for me to achieve a certain body image, which makes working out really gruesome sometimes because I will feel really guilty if I don't work out that day. I also completely ignored cardio in the first half of this year, and I noticed a significant drop in terms of fitness level. So in the new year, I want to incorporate more cardio exercises and to learn how to embrace the joy of movement. So here's another quick tip. Make financial commitment that will help you progress towards your goal so that you will continue working on it to justify the purchase. As a starting point, I actually already made the financial commitment to purchase new climbing gears for myself and also replenish my tennis supply. 2023 has been a crazy year for me. I finally graduated and went traveling with my family to a lot of different places. I also moved to a new city to start a full-time job and settle down and form new connections. As I experienced this, I went through periods where I'm so tired of socializing and I just want to be alone. I also used to think that having a close-knitted circle would be just enough, but I noticed that sometimes I actually really enjoy meeting new people from different backgrounds because I can learn so much more and widen my perspective. So in the new year, I will make an effort to put myself out there to meet all the amazing talent in this diverse community. But at the same time, I want to plan for some me time, whether it's like going to a coffee shop or just going for a massage. To balance all of this, one thing that I found really useful is time blocking. I use Google Calendar for everything and color code each event that I have. For example, I put appointments or confirmed events in red, dark blue for exercising related stuff, and etc. I will also put in the location and anything to note for that event. This way, I can avoid double booking and have a dedicated time for each aspect I want to achieve. This brings me to my next point where I prefer not to set my mind towards achieving a certain goal, but instead it's all about setting up a system. Over and over again, I find that when I set my mind towards achieving a certain goal, even though it will definitely help me progress towards that goal, I'll end up slacking off after the goal is achieved, or I'll feel very demotivated when a certain little progress is not met in the middle of the process. Instead, when I set up a system, it allows me to be consistent all the time and actually build up habits that will allow me to contribute towards what I want to achieve. It also helped me to keep the momentum going to the point where I will actually feel odd not doing it. To end this, I wanted to share a tip that keeps me sane. So anxiety is thinking about the future and depression is thinking about the past. So the only way to be content is to be present.